Social Videos 82 here. It is time for another G.I. Joe toy review. And as promised from week before last, that we will be looking at a vintage action figure. And I selected one that is pretty cool. He's also controversial in a way. Um, we're looking at I keep on wanting to call him sci-fi. Looking at Lowlight version 2 for the collectors that were born in the 70s, mid 70s into the early 80s. This is not Lowlight. The first Lowlight we received was 1986. Completely different. He was clad mostly in gray, had a black beanie on, red goggles, came with this really awesome sniper rifle and this huge backpack. That is the low light that a lot of us as collectors will call low light. But I'm glad that they gave low light a little more love and put him up and gave him another figure for the vintage run. This low light for the kids that were born in the late 80s, mid to late 80s, and grew up in the 90s, this is their low light. This is the one that they knew from their childhood, and this is the one that they love. And that is perfectly fine with me. The controversy with this is they changed the hair color. Lowlight is blonde. He was blonde in the cartoon. I believe he's blonde in the comic books. He didn't have a black beard. This one, he has black hair and a black beard. So he could very easily have been a different action figure. And for some people, yeah, he should be a different action figure. But the way I look at it is, why can't somebody grow a beard and dye their hair? Maybe he wanted to be a little more camouflaged. Blonde hair does tend to stand out. It doesn't really fit in nature. If he needs to, hide in the woods and, wearing his ghillie suit and a sniper's blind in the woods, he doesn't want the blonde hair to show. And a beard will actually help camouflage your face even more if it's not bright red or blonde. So for me, this works. So let's go ahead and take a look at YoJoe.com for further information on this guy. This is version 3. My gosh, I am so sorry. I called him version 2. This is version 3. He was first released carded as a part of the 10th series in 91. He was discontinued in 92. So as we all know by now, that in the 90s they only gave these guys a 1-year run. And that was it. Because they were really hammering out the G.I. Joes pretty quick. The reason why in the early 80s that they gave a lot of these guys 2 to 4 year run was to give everybody a chance to catch up on the collection. That is my opinion. It's not, I haven't found that on any website saying, yeah, this is a fact, but that makes the most sense, that they're wanting to give kids a chance to get these action figures. So I will pull up pictures of the card here for you in a second. So hold on, let me get those pictures for you. I didn't tighten the tripod. My fault. I'm sorry. So you can see those are some pretty. It's a pretty cool card back. They're calling him a night fighter, and on the card back, you could see that they gave you instructions on how to put his accessories on and whatnot. Um, and that was a nice little detail that they um, added to your to the card backs. Um, so let me pull up version 2. I'm sorry, of low light was the Slaughter's Marauders low light. I do have him. I do have all the Slaughter's Marauders. So I will review all of those kind of in a group. Maybe, for a whole month, I'll just do the Slaughter's Marauders action figures. And we did get one more low light. I'll show you a picture of him in 1993. And he's blonde again and that really interesting uniform. But this low light, they call him a night fighter, so that they could have very easily have thrown him in with Night Force with these colors in 86, but they still had that low light on the pegs. But it's just one of them things. They had so many figures to choose from, and he didn't make the cut. He did make his first appearance in the Deke animated series. I still have not watched that. I don't have any of the cartoons, but there's an image of him in Deke. You can see that the animation in that is completely different than what we were used to with Sunbow. His original retail price was $2.97, but there was a Walmart price tag of $2.90 or $2.83 on that card back that I showed you. So I'm sure that was like a manufacturer suggested retail price, and Walmart always sold things a little bit cheaper at the time from Kmart, Target, all these other smaller retail stores. So let's go ahead and read his file card before we get into this action figure. Sadly, I do not have his file card as of yet. His name is McBride Cooper G, serial number 827-4850. Wait, they used to be my old phone number. I had an old phone number. It started off with 827, but I won't finish the rest of it because I'm sure it's being reused for somebody else. So it's 827-4850 dash CM37. He is an E6. He's a staff sergeant, birthplace Crosby, North Dakota. Primary specialty infantry. He is a 11 Bravo. I'm glad that they added those military designation codes with this. That makes it pretty cool. But to my knowledge, the U.S. military switched the designation codes not too long ago. Secondary military specialty is sharpshooter. They are trying to get away from the word sniper. He is a qualified expert in M16A2, 5.56 millimeter rifle. That's an official round for NATO. An M24 7.62 sniper rifle, an M1911A1 45 automatic pistol. He's licensed to operate the hammer Avalanche, and General. Those were all vehicles that were released during that time. And of course, they didn't come with drivers anymore in the 90s, which was pretty sad. So they used an action figure and said, yes, this is the driver for this vehicle. So sci-fi or low light could drive the Hammer, Avalanche, and General if he so chose to. The file card continues reading, totally proficient in the use and maintenance of all third generation image intensifiers, the Starlight scopes, infrared metascope, thermal imaging devices. Low light takes complete command of the darkness. His massive night sights are augmented by seismic and magnetic intrusion detectors, making him a clear giving him a clear indication of threats out to 600 meters and without revealing his own position. All this is an exclamation point. So they're really excited that this is what he could do. And the bottom reads a quote: "It could be a moonless night under triple canopy jungle, and the very air so dark that you could hold your hand in front of your face and not know how many fingers you have up. Um, you close your eyes and open them again, and there's no difference!" Exclamation point. Suddenly, you hear something or somebody moving out in the bush, creeping towards you, but you are not worried because you know that low light is out there too. And unlike whatever or whoever is sneaking up on you, low light doesn't make mistakes. If I were in that situation, I heard something creeping up on me, I would still be scared. You know, I'd be concerned. I don't know where low light is. I don't know where he's pointing his rifle. Unless he was right next to me, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit concerned. And another quote, it says, "Low light's security number has been specially modified to prevent breaches in G.I. Joe's security." Oh, wow. All right. There's no variations on this guy. Uh, and that is it for Low Light and his file card. That is a pretty well written file card um, for the 90s. Um, a lot of them kind of got a little bit weird during that time. So let me get set up here for Byron's gripes, which will be um, the segment following the review. Okay, so we're all set up for that. Let's go ahead and get into the review of this action figure. I hope you like it. Let me know what your thoughts are on this, of course, but he is pretty cool. I dig it. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. Alrighty, so here he is. I really like the colors on this. They are subdued, obviously. You know, he's he works at night. He's a night spotter. Looking at his accessories, let's go ahead and pop his helmet off. He comes with this helmet. Very cool looking helmet. Definitely different from what you would see as a standard G.I. Joe helmet. And here on the back, there's a strap that's supposed to be for his visor. His visor, you can see, is red. It kind of reminds me of the Cylons from Battlestar Galactica.
And this is supposed to go down over his face, but his helmet has this brim on the top that prevents the visor from going down completely. If you want it to go down all the way, you have to take it off and then put it on that way, but you can see it doesn't quite work. So that's sort of a design flaw. I played with this several times trying to get it to fit on the action figure appropriately, and it just didn't work out. The other accessory he came with is a knife, just your standard combat knife with a serrated back. Fits right into the backpack very nicely. I like that idea. This accessory here is a light, or this is one of the motion sensors that was referred to in his file card. This fits right here in the top of the backpack. Commonly missing accessory, and a nice homage to the 1986 version. His backpack is really big, but it has a lot of detail. You can see there are several pouches here, a charging station right here. That's at least what I'm calling it. A canteen, extra pouches. Good detail on that. If you could see all of that, I love the detail. Now his rifle is quite unique. His first rifle that he came with was what you would see as a standard sniper rifle, but it came with a very tiny bipod that, just like Dusty's bipod, it got lost real easy. Has a silencer here on the front, a collapsible stock, and his starlight scope here on the front, or on the top, and it has a magazine that fits in there. Now, Lowlight himself, black hair, swoop back, black beard. He has camouflage paint on his face. This is from what it looked like on his card back. This looks like mesh, and that would make sense because he could tuck foliage inside of this mesh to help camouflage himself. Here on the front, he has 3 extra bullets. This unit patch right here, I'm not familiar with it. I didn't see, from the brief research I did, I could not tell what this unit patch is. So if anybody knows, please let me know. That would be very interesting to learn. Black pants. He has a sculpted on pistol on that side, and this side has a nice little US emblem here. Knee pads, and another knife down here on his legs. Very cool figure, all in all. I like the brown shirt in there. It helps break up the gray, the black, and the teal. These are very good colors for him, very subdued for the 90s, and rightfully so, because, like I said, he is a sniper. He works at night, so you do need those subdued colors. And if you remember from the cartoon, the reason why he doesn't like to sleep, the reason why he stays up all night is because he has nightmares. So he sleeps during the day, I guess. If that's the way the cartoon indicated, that he slept during the daytime. So anyway, here we go. Lowlight version 3. Let me know what you guys think about this. Did you have this action figure when you were kids? Do you have him now? And just let me know your honest opinion about the dramatic change in his face and head sculpt. Do you like the black hair, or would you rather him have stayed blonde? All right. Well, looks like Lily decided to join us. This is my mom's cat, Lily. We've had her since she was a baby. Um, they took in a stray and didn't know she was pregnant. So the stray came in and she looks just like her mother. Um, the stray came in, gave us 3 kittens, and took off. 2 of the 3 have died already. Her brother Butch, he had a stroke. Came home from work and found him um, paralyzed. He couldn't move his back legs, so he had to be put down, and that was tough. Butch and I were buddies, and then she had a younger sister, um, an orange tabby. She just got really sick, so she passed away. So yeah, we still have Willie, and she's such a sweetheart. So anyway, let's get back to this review. You know, I don't mind figure changes, even as dramatic as the eel was. The eel that we got back in '85, really cool, really cool. I mean, he's one of the top sought after figures. And then the '90s, they changed him up, but still a very good action figure. Uh, I don't mind the bright colors because he's underwater. You need those bright colors to be able to differentiate between what's going on in the ocean, and of course you can't see real well in the ocean, so brighter colors really help out with being able to spot other divers. So I don't mind dramatic changes in action figures. And this one is pretty easily justifiable. You could dye your hair, you could grow a beard. So I don't really have a problem with this action figure. I still like him as a night spotter, as a sniper. Um, but he could very easily be a different action figure. But I'm glad they kept low light going even through towards it to the end of the vintage line. Uh, I would have preferred to have seen this style of low light in Night Force. That would have really been nice. Even these colors would have been perfect for Night Force. Because even in '86 they had figures in um, Special Missions Brazil, I think it was, or Night Force, that were still on the pegs as a standard figure. So, I mean, he could have quite easily have been a part of one of those sub teams. I'm sorry, guys. My phone has just been going off the wall today. Um, for those of you who don't know, I'm a respiratory therapist, so I've been getting calls for travel agencies wanting me to go out of state and help in other hospitals. And believe you me, I would. I want to serve my country in that capacity, but I have needs here at home that are keeping me here. Otherwise, I'd be more than happy to take off to New York, New Jersey, Texas, where COVID is really bad, and utilize my skills that way. But the hospital I'm at right now, it's I'm sorely needed here at home, also to help care for my mom. So anyway, my childhood memories of this figure. Uh, I I didn't have him. I do remember seeing him on the pegs at Walmart. Um, this particular Walmart, they changed the toy sections around quite often. But when I first saw him, you would just walk in the main entrance and it was a straight shot right to the toys. Um, I opted for um, the Battle Corps Cobra Commander because he was the hooded Cobra Commander, um, which I really wanted the mail away hooded Cobra Commander, never got him. And I didn't have a Cobra Commander, so that was my first, the Battle Corps, and I will review him. I have him complete. Um,
So I opted for that over this low light, and I saw him, and I remember holding both of them up. I distinctly remember that. It's like, geez, it was so hard. It's like I want them. I don't have low light. I really like low light, but it doesn't look like the low light. I know, but I need Cobra Commander, and that's really the final decision was I need somebody to lead because I had Destro, um, the Iron Grenadiers Destro, but he led the Iron Grenadiers, and the only real commander I had for Cobra at the time was the Baroness. Cool story about Baroness. If you remember from my review that I did of her a few years back, I actually found her on the side of the road. She was broken into pieces, missing her left arm. So I used a left arm from a knockoff um, G.I. Joe that I had found at it was the beginning of the dollar stores. This was called 10 Star. Everything was $10 and below. So we bought a bunch of these fake G.I. Joes, and one had a black arm that looked very similar to the Baroness. It didn't have the grip, but I just dipped the hand in black paint, and looking at her, you couldn't tell. But I eventually did get the proper arm for her. So she was my commander for Cobra until I got Cobra Commander. So that's my childhood memory of him. And I especially want to thank you guys for bearing with me. I'm sorry I didn't have a review up last week, as I had aforementioned. It was just very busy that week, so I sadly couldn't get a review uh, out to you guys. And I do appreciate your patience and understanding with that. And especially to my new subscribers, thank you guys very much for subscribing. So let's get into my favorite segment, Byron's Gripes. Now, use I do this as a form of entertainment, also to give you guys an idea of what to expect if you're just getting into collecting for prices on eBay. There are several other sites out there that do sell G.I. Joe, but I use eBay just for a quick reference. I don't do this to pick on eBay or the sellers. The prices I do make fun of. Some of the prices are just completely off the wall. Um, so that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. So here is one that is near complete. He's missing his helmet. He does have the light though. That's pretty cool. $20 or better offer. You know what? I'm going to put that up a deal today. It has free shipping on there. Free? Absolutely. I love the sound of the word free. And $20, I at that price, I wouldn't haggle with this guy, with the seller over the price on this. It's pretty cool. It's a good price. I do seldom quote auction prices unless it's very pertinent to what's going on with the review. So here is one carded. Now this is something you have to watch out with because people are taking mint, and a lot of these people are very honest about it and said resealed. They'll take a mint figure and have a computer generated card back, and they'll reseal them, and they're selling them that way, which is cool. So you'll have a carded figure, but I would say 99.999% of people, I haven't come across anybody yet who has tried to pass one off as being genuine. So this one says factory sealed, $169.99 plus $11.54 in shipping. Shipping prices have gone up, so shipping for that is not too bad, or better offer on this, but I still wouldn't pay that much for a carded figure, especially towards the end of the vintage line. Uh, Here's one incomplete, bare bones, no accessories, $10. You bet I would snatch that up. This, oh wow, I can't believe this. Somebody's selling the trading card. $300 or better offer. No, just no. Think they're just throwing it at the wall and seeing what sticks. I've bought several complete sets of these trading cards over the years, and I've always found a low light in there. The Baroness, I did have that trading card, but that one was more commonly missing than anything for a complete set. Here's one 100% complete with the file card, $39.99. To me, that's a little high, but that's just my opinion. But still a good price for vintage figures. Here's his helmet with visor, $12 or better offer. That's still a little bit too rich for my blood. Another one, 100% complete with file card, $35.64. That's what I call high end of normal. All of his accessories, it's sold as a bundle or as a lot, as they call. 10% off, $13.49. I would jump on that because you're actually saving money. If you bought that $10 figure, even with shipping, you're still coming in about $22, $23. So that's pretty decent. Here's another complete 135 or better offer. Here's one that's complete, $25.95. Another helmet with visor, $12.99. Here's one that's complete, $42.49, 15% reduced. That's too much. Sorry. Here's his file card. Oh, that's pick and choose. So I don't know what his whole file card is. So here's another one, no accessories, $8.99. So even if you bought those accessories, for what was it? $13. I mean, you're still coming in at a pretty good price. Here's all of his accessories with file card, $24.99. For me, that's a little high. So thank you, no. Okay, here's one with his that little motion detector helmet and rifle, $21.99. I'll put that with deal of the day. Bare bones, no accessories, $14.95. His backpack, $8.52. I'll put that up with deal of the day. Here's one with just a knife and gun, $39.60. I think not. That's just that's asking way too much. Thank you. Here's one bare bones, $10. It says benefits charity. If it does, I don't know. It's a nice tagline anyway, but I would like to think these people are honest. And in my opinion, 99% of the public are honest people. $10 for that, and $9.85 for shipping. So they're wanting to recoup a little money for shipping. Wow, here is this. This isn't bad. This is a lot. You get all 6 of these figures, including low light. The flag points were cut off. I had bought a lot like this for figures from this year, from 90 and 91, for a very, very good deal. I can't remember how much I paid, but I bought 8 action figures. So you get General Flag, Red Star, Wild Bill, Low Light, Pathfinder, and it looks like Barricade. $190 for all of those. So I'll throw that in with deal of the day because it does include low light. Here's another one with just a helmet, $14. Here's one with his backpack and motion sensor, $10.79. I'll put that with deal of the day as well because it comes with the motion sensor. Here's one that's missing the motion sensor, $15.95. All the rest of this accessories, deal of the day. Here is one. This one might be Fun School because he doesn't have the face camo and different color schemes. So more than likely that is Fun School, $25 for that. So yeah, why not? Another one, $19.66, incomplete. Full card back, $7.95. Here's one, bare bones, no accessories, $7. Deal of the day on that. Another one, there's a lot. So this is the last one I'll quote. $29.99 with the file card, deal of the day. So yeah, there are several pages of this. Oh, his visor, $8.99 if you need the visor. So several pages of this guy. His rifle, $2.95, and knife, $3.99. So several pages. This guy is obviously very readily available on the aftermarket, and you'll find that with a lot of the figures from the 90s, and you'll find that they're cheaper. There's a lot of people, they're wanting the ones that just started, you know, the ones that they initially grew up with. You know, I was born in 74, so you know, I was right there at the with Star Wars when it came out during that craze, and that really kicked off action figures. You know, I had some Micronauts. They even had the Fisher Price action people. So action figures have been an essential part of my life ever since I could remember. So naturally, when I saw G.I. Joe being advertised before I moved out here, I was like, gosh, whoa, yes, I want those. And my dad was like, yeah, definitely. I mean, they're military toys. He was all about that, man. He used to buy me his little bags of Green Army men. And I remember playing in the driveway with them, with my dad, with those. He showed me how to properly set them up, you know, how they would follow behind the tank and which guys you want out in front and who's the back support, you know, the guys behind the lines, you know, shooting mortars and cannons and stuff. So he taught me their positions and all that, which was really cool. My dad's a good man. Um, you know, when it came to talking military, he loved that. Those were some of our best conversations were over the military. So when GI Joe came out, you bet he wanted us to have those. But he encouraged us to not join the military. He says you could. He said I served so you boys wouldn't have to, and which was very selfless of him. But I still wanted to join. But when he found out that I was talking to a recruiter and was wanting to join the Rangers, of course he was very concerned. He said it's a very dangerous job, you know that, but he said I'll support you in it if that's what you want to do. Because I was wanting him to pay for medical school for me, but life saw it differently, so I did. I'm 4F. So anyway, end of my storytelling. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Especially a huge thanks to my new subscribers. Please do not forget about Timmer's annual charity drive. I'll put a link down in the description for his email. Is all you need to do, guys. Real simple. You just need to show him proof of what of where your donation went, a receipt, cover up all your pertinent information with a dollar amount. If you donate food to a food bank, something like that will benefit children or families. Just give him the cost of what you spent, and he'll add that to the donations. I already sent Timmer this email, but I'm going to sweeten the pot, guys. I'm throwing this in with the charity drive. Okay, that's how important
this charity drive is. I've been participating in it every year. I'm not doing this for recognition. Okay, I want that out there. I I want you guys to have something nice for your generous contributions, for being selfless, and I want you guys to have nice prizes. So they gone. He put up a his tank version 3. I'm putting up a his tank version 3. Some classified figures, also the breaker. Um, so uh, yeah. So I want you guys to have some nice things as a way to say thank you. So Timmer will be making that announcement on this toy as well. So you guys, I do appreciate every one of you for supporting this channel, for supporting the charity drive. That goes right along with being kind to everyone. You know, I try my hardest to be kind to everybody. It just makes me feel good. It makes everybody else feel good, and makes things a little bit easier. And really be kind to animals too. I mean, they have feelings. Uh, so be kind to your animals. Anyway, you guys take care. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. Stay healthy. Talk to your doctor and family about getting the COVID vaccine. See if that's right for you. If you don't want the vaccine, please wear a mask. I don't want you guys to get sick, and if you do catch it, you carry it with you and for an incubation period, I think 7 to 10 days, so you don't really know that you have it till the full symptoms are in, and who knows how many people you would expose. So if you don't have the vaccine, please wear your mask in public. Um, we have to beat this pandemic. Too many people have died already, and too many people's families have been torn up because of this, and lives have been ruined over it from the side effects. So please, guys, take care of yourselves. I mean that from my heart. I mean that. Take care of yourselves and stay healthy. Until next week, this is Joe Motion Videos 82 saying bye-bye, signing off, and all that good stuff. Happy Thanksgiving. See you later.